Hey. So I wanted to come on here real quick and talk about 5 different ways that you could scale your drop shipping store. Okay. Some things that I was thinking last night, I talk to you guys about drop shipping all the time. And a lot of you guys are always asking me, like, what more can I do? I'm running ads and my store is just not converting the way that I want it to convert. So what is it? I've tweaked my ads a million times. Like, how can I get more sales? How can I scale my business? So something that I wanted to present to you, these are 5 very simple tips. Okay. First is, instead of putting so much attention on your advertisements, I want you guys to get in the habit of over and hyper optimizing your business as a whole. Okay. So sometimes that entails analyzing a lot of different points of your business and trying to tweak it in little ways to find out what performs the best. And so I want to encourage you guys to get comfortable with changing the color of your buy now button, shop now button, or your add to cart button. You guys, psychology of the store layout is a big deal, including the color scheme of your store. If you have a store that's catering towards women or mothers, I want you to understand something. Like I said, there's a lot of psychology that goes into the reason why people are going to buy and shop from you. And one of those things, like the colors, that plays a big part. So I want to tell you about a story, a quick little example. For the longest time when I was getting started with drop shipping, I was doing everything in my mind, in my power, that I could do to help my store grow. And my buy now button, my add to cart button, was black at the time. And I was tweaking my ads. And yeah, I had sales coming in, but I wasn't happy with it. Okay. So it got to the point where one day I'm like, you know what? My ads are on point. I don't think there's anything more I can do with my ads. So my mentor actually told me, he's like, when your ads aren't performing, you've done everything you can do, it's time to turn towards your store, because obviously you're doing something with your stores throwing people off a little bit. So I had to really tap into who I was trying to attract. And it was mothers at the time. So with a store that had, the hopes of attracting mothers, I quickly learned that I needed to soft approach. My font couldn't be strong anymore. It couldn't be bold. I needed to soften it up with maybe some softer fonts and softer colors. The minute I did that, you guys, I started converting like crazy. I changed my buy now button from black to green. And that made a world of a difference. Okay. First of all, money green, that's an attention grabber right there. So I encourage you guys, switch out your buttons on your page. Okay. Switch out the colors, maybe test it for a week, green, then the next week, test it in orange, then maybe a yellow. You'll never know until you test it out, but I definitely encourage you guys to test that out. Okay. My second tip to help you grow your drop shipping business, instead of only focusing on paid ads, focus on the way you plan your social media content so that you can attract organic traffic as well. Organic is free, so you don't want to miss out on that, okay? But the only way to get that is by creating a social media presence for yourself that's very appealing for your target customer. So what I mean by that is maybe start pre-planning your content in advance. Okay, you can save your images to drafts, do them maybe on Sunday night, do like 4 or 5 in a row and just save them to drafts. And that way you can just quickly hit a button and upload them to your Shopify or your social media throughout the day. It's a lot easier to plan it out instead of trying to do it day by day. But also, make sure that you have a call to action in your caption of your picture, your post, your video, whatever you want to post. And even if you're not posting content that's like the exact images that are on sale, that's okay. You can build a lifestyle around your brand, and you can do it on your social media page, and then just direct them in the caption to the link in the bio where they can shop with you. But after you post content on your page, make sure you go ahead and seek out other pages that are going to relate to the content that you're even trying to sell and to attract customers to. So if you have a pet store or a cat niche store. After you post your content, go ahead and engage with cat lover groups or cat lover pages, so that when they do click on, oh, who it is that just liked and commented on my page, when they click on your profile, they're going to see a page full of content and full of products that they may want to buy, because that's the type of thing they're already attracted to. Free organic marketing is very, very powerful. Okay. Also, you guys, I think you guys are overlooking page shoutouts. That's the easiest way to scale your business. Just pay for some cheap and expensive shoutouts from influencers in your niche. Even if they're not huge influencers, that's okay. You can start with micro influencers, people with 3,000 or 4,000 followers, as long as they're in your niche. So as long as the micro influencers are ones that are in your niche, or at least have an audience of people that are interested in what it is that you're selling in your niche, you're golden. So slide in their DMs and ask them how much for a shout out. But make sure you find out who and where their audience is located. Ask for their stats, because one thing about it, what you don't want is a influencer who has a bunch of followers in foreign countries, because those people are likely not going to shop with you. So you want the primary demographic to be a United States or Canada or a UK, some English speaking country. That way you have the highest potential of making from that shout out post. But offer $20, $30, $40 and see if they will promote your post, your promotional post. So if basically if their audience is interested in what it is that you have to offer them, chances are you're going to attract them to your page with your promotional post, and it may lead to a sale. Before you go the influencer route though, make sure you have a Facebook pixel installed on your Shopify store. That way when customers go to your store, your data is going to be collected on Facebook, and you can actually retarget those customers when you start back doing ads. Another tip. So tip number 4 is to build a brand around your dropshipping store. Don't treat your store like just any old Shopify store that just got created and thrown up in 2 hours. You know what I mean? You're building a long-term company here. So you want to treat it that way. You want to really put some love and attention and time into the build of your foundation, your store, because guys, we want this store to make us money for years and years to come. We don't just want like a little fad store that's going to make us $10,000 and then burn out in 3 months. Like what? No, we're trying to build longevity brand. And so the first step is to treat it and create a brand around our Shopify store. The easiest way to do that, well, one of the easiest ways is to really nurture and give some attention to the people that are already shopping with you. That way you can turn them into lifelong customers. One way that I found is a really great way to do that. Let's say, you decided to start a store based on like dental hygiene or something, and you're selling like a toothbrush. Let's just keep it simple, right? We're selling a toothbrush. So we all know, Shopify and shipping times can be expensive, right? So why not do this? Think about the difference between, or the comparison and approach between a store that you just throw up, you make a few sales, they wait forever for their product, they get it, and then that's it. Like they never hear from you again, right? Not much of a brand vibe, not much of a, okay, so imagine you were selling a product for the toothbrush, right? Okay, so instead of just having a customer make a purchase one time and never hearing from them again, try this next time. So after your customer purchases a product from your store, after 2, 3, 4 days, send out an email blast to your customer and let them know maybe 3 tips to how to use their new toothbrush, or 3 tips I bet you didn't know about oral hygiene, something like that, just to kind of keep your store and your brand in the back of your customer's mind. That way, when they, when they get it, they're going to feel happy. They're going to feel nurtured by you. They're going to feel more likely to make a future purchase from you, because they know that you're a real company reaching out to them and trying to improve that customer experience. It makes all the difference, you guys, especially if you want repeat business. business. So you invest one time to acquire a customer that just keeps coming back over and over and over to buy from you because you went that extra mile to establish yourself as a real brand, a real company, instead of just a thrown together Shopify store. So tip number 5 is my favorite, and it's one that I've really had to learn in the past year and a half, and it's outsource.